Imagine stepping into your backyard as the day slowly exhales. The light softens, the air cools, and instead of a hard fence, you notice something gentler. A warm glow beside herbs, quiet shapes catching the last sunlight. Objects you once meant to throw away, now shaping calm. Tonight, you're about to see garden fence ideas made from everyday leftovers. Not loud, not complicated, just peaceful designs that make small backyards feel deeply alive. Stay with me, because once you see these, you may never see trash the same way again. Welcome back to Backyard Fortune, where forgotten materials meet calm nature, and simple gardens begin to feel timeless. If you love small backyards, edible garden ideas, and recycled designs that look expensive without trying, you're in the right place. If even one idea today inspires you, please subscribe and stay with this series. And share this video with your friends on WhatsApp and Facebook, so more garden lovers can dream quietly with us. To everyone who watches and shares, I truly wish you long life, good health, and peaceful days in your own backyard. One Bottle Blossom Glow Fence. Imagine stepping into your garden just as the day begins to soften. The heat loosens its grip, the air cools, and the noise of the world slowly fades away. Along the edge of the soil, something gentle begins to glow. Small flower shapes appear beside the path, their light warm but never loud. They are made from simple plastic bottles, reshaped by patient hands and quiet intention. What once held drinks now holds calm. The glow settles into the leaves below. Rosemary releases its scent. Mint leans slightly closer, as if listening. Nothing here competes for attention. The fence does not divide the garden, it gathers it. As the sun lowers, each bottle catches fragments of sky and shadow, reflecting moments that pass without hurry. There is comfort in how imperfect it feels. Not polished, not staged, just lived in. This kind of fence does not try to impress. It warms the soil, softens the evening, and invites you to slow your steps without asking. It reminds us that beauty often begins the moment we pause long enough to see potential where others see leftovers. And as the path curves forward, guided by this quiet glow, another corner of the garden waits, holding its own small story ready to unfold. Two Bicycle Rim Halo Fence with Lantern Jars. Imagine walking along a quiet garden path as the afternoon slowly leans toward evening. The light softens, shadows stretch longer, and then you notice them. Gentle circles rising from the earth. Calm, balanced, and still, like echoes of motion finally at rest. These bicycle rims once carried speed, weight, and distance. Now they stand quietly, holding space instead of movement. Climbing vines trace their curves, softening metal with leaves and time. Between them, small lantern jars gather the last light of the day, releasing it slowly as warmth begins to fade. This fence does not block the view. It frames it. The repeating circles create a rhythm that guides the eye forward without rushing it. Below, herbs respond quietly. Rosemary deepens its scent. Mint lifts gently as if acknowledging the moment. Nothing here competes. Metal, plant, and light settle into a shared stillness, grounded, intentional and unforced. It feels both handmade and timeless, as though it has always belonged to the garden. As dusk approaches, the glowing rings become markers of calm, inviting slower steps and unhurried breaths. And just as the path curves beyond the final halo, another idea waits, ready to turn an ordinary corner into something quietly unforgettable. Three, Mirror Mosaic Garden Expansion Panel. Imagine stepping into a small corner of your garden where the light behaves differently. Not brighter, not louder, just deeper. A quiet mosaic panel rests against the fence, made from broken mirror pieces that once reflected ordinary rooms and passing days. Now, those same fragments catch leaves, sky, and gentle movement, returning them slowly to the space around you. Nothing here appears whole, yet everything feels complete. As sunlight touches the surface, it scatters softly across the garden, stretching the space wider than it truly is. Shadows become layered. Greenery feels fuller. The garden breathes a little deeper. Beneath the panel, strawberries glow with quiet color. Mint lifts its scent into the air. Herbs seem to respond to the warmth, as if the light itself were nourishment. This mirror does not show your reflection clearly. Instead, it shows the garden becoming more than it was a moment before. It invites the eye to wander, to pause, to forget the boundaries for just a while. There is comfort in these broken pieces. They remind us that beauty does not require perfection, only attention and patience. And as your gaze slowly drifts away from the shimmering surface, another idea waits nearby, ready to unfold its own quiet illusion. Four, Living Crate Pantry Fence. Imagine stepping into a garden where the fence does more than stand still. It feeds you. Wooden crates, once used to carry and store, now rest gently against the fence line. Their edges are worn, their surfaces warmed by years of use and sunlight. From each open space, something green quietly grows. Lettuce folds into soft layers. Kale stretches upward, steady and patient. Rosemary reaches outward, grounding the space with its familiar scent. Nothing here rushes. Nothing demands attention. This fence does not try to look perfect. It looks honest. Light moves through the gaps between crates, settling on leaves and soil, turning a simple boundary into a living pantry. Every scratch in the wood tells a story of purpose renewed, not replaced, but continued. Here, abundance feels calm. Not loud, not crowded, just present. The garden becomes a relationship between hands, earth, and time. You don't walk past this fence quickly. You pause. You notice what's ready, what's growing, what will come next. And as the greens deepen in color with the approaching evening, this quiet wall gently guides you forward, toward another idea waiting just beyond the corner. Five, Wicker Basket Herb Curtain Fence. Imagine walking beside a garden that doesn't close itself off. It breathes with you. Instead of a solid wall, woven baskets hang quietly, forming a soft curtain that filters light and air. As the breeze passes through, they sway gently, never still, never rushed. The garden feels awake, but unhurried. Each basket holds something alive. Mint lifts its cool scent into the air. Basil opens toward the sun. Rosemary stands firm, grounding the space with quiet strength. Nothing here feels forced. Everything moves together. Light slips through the woven fibers, casting shifting patterns across the soil below. Shadows stretch, soften, and fade. The fence doesn't separate, it connects. This curtain feels lighter than wood, kinder than metal. It allows the garden to feel open while still offering a sense of privacy. A boundary made not from barriers, but from rhythm. As the afternoon leans toward evening, the baskets continue their slow dance. Time loosens its grip. The garden becomes a place to pause, to listen, to breathe. And just beyond this gentle curtain, another idea waits patiently, ready to guide you deeper into the quiet magic of the space. Six, tin can pastel pocket trellis fence. Imagine a fence that doesn't stand still. It moves with the air. Soft pastel tins hang quietly, catching light as the breeze passes through. They sway just enough to be noticed, never noisy, never demanding. A gentle rhythm you feel more than you hear. Each tin holds a small life. Mint lifts its cool scent. Marigold glows softly against the green. Tiny leaves stretch toward the sun, finding their place without hurry. The colors are calm. Not bold. Not bright. Pastels that soften the garden's edges, allowing color to exist without shouting. As the wind moves, the tins brush lightly against one another in a quiet dance that feels almost like a whisper. This fence doesn't try to be solid. It breathes. Light passes through open spaces, shadows drift across the ground, and the entire structure feels forgiving, flexible, alive, kind. Here, the garden feels less controlled and more companionable, as if it's inviting you to slow down and stay a little longer. As the sun begins its gentle descent, the movement continues, soft, patient, unforced. And just beyond this calm motion, another idea waits quietly, ready to settle the space even further. Seven, clay pot thermal garden border fence. Imagine walking along a garden path where the ground itself seems to remember the sun. Even as the air begins to cool, there is a quiet warmth beneath your steps. Along the edge of the soil, clay pots rest gently, some standing tall, others leaning slightly with age. They were shaped by hands and fire long ago, and now they hold the day's heat, releasing it slowly as evening arrives. Between them, herbs stretch outward. Strawberries peek from the soil. Moss settles softly along every edge, blurring lines and easing transitions. Nothing here feels sharp or forced. There is something deeply comforting about clay. It absorbs warmth. It gives it back patiently. As the temperature drops, the soil remains kind, allowing plants to stay vibrant just a little longer. This border doesn't shout its purpose. It simply works, quietly, faithfully, guiding the garden without confining it. A reminder that the simplest materials often carry the deepest wisdom. As dusk settles in, the warmth lingers, and the path feels welcoming rather than cold. The garden slows. The day releases its final light. And just as the clay completes its gentle task, another idea waits ahead, ready to show how calm can also be created through memory and form. Eight, Ladder plus mirror herb story wall. Imagine a ladder that no longer climbs upward, but instead invites life to grow outward and down. Leaning quietly against the garden fence, it carries the memory of work once done. Hands that climbed, steps that reached higher. Now, it rests, slower, softer, and full of care. Each rung holds a small moment. Basil catching the morning light. Rosemary standing firm. Thyme spilling gently over the edge, unafraid of gravity. Behind them, a subtle mirror rests quietly, reflecting fragments of sky and leaves, expanding the space without ever asking for attention. The garden feels deeper here, as if it's breathing just a little wider. Light drifts across the ladder throughout the day. Shadows stretch, retreat, and return again. Nothing stays fixed. Everything changes gently. This wall does not try to impress. It listens. It reminds us that growth doesn't always move upward. Sometimes it leans. Sometimes it adapts. Sometimes it finds beauty in stillness. As you stand before it, time softens. The noise of the day fades. And just as your eyes finish tracing the final rung, another idea begins to reveal itself, waiting patiently beyond this quiet moment. Nine, fabric tapestry fence plus suitcase planter bench. Imagine stepping into a garden corner where time feels softer. Not rushed, not sharp, just gently unfolding. A fabric tapestry hangs quietly, moving with the breeze like a memory drifting through the air. Its texture catches the light, softening the space, turning hard lines into gentle curves. Shadows ripple across the ground as sunlight passes through its folds. Beneath it rests a worn suitcase. Once a companion for long journeys, now it has found a slower purpose. Filled with soil and growing life, it becomes a small bench and a planter at once, holding patience instead of possessions. Herbs stretch upward from inside. Leaves brush against the fabric as if greeting an old friend. Nothing here feels staged. Everything feels personal. This is not a fence meant to divide. It is a boundary made of stories, of places once traveled, hands that packed and unpacked, moments carried forward and then gently set down. The suitcase no longer holds clothes. It holds growth. It holds quiet care. As the fabric continues its slow dance, the garden invites you to pause, to remember, to stay. And just beyond this tender corner, one final idea waits, ready to close the space with warmth and belonging. Wooden spoon and cutting board character fence. Imagine reaching the end of a garden path where familiar shapes quietly greet you. Not plants at first, but objects you once held in your hands. Wooden spoons and cutting board stand side by side along the fence, their surfaces worn smooth by time. They lean slightly, as if in conversation, as if aware of the life growing around them. These are not decorations trying to be clever. They are reminders of meals prepared slowly, of hands that chopped, stirred, shared, of laughter that once filled kitchens long before this garden existed. Here, the fence feels human. Herbs brush gently against the wood. Leaves catch light and shadow along familiar curves. Nothing is polished. Nothing tries to impress. Everything simply belongs. Each piece carries a quiet presence, shaped by use, softened by care, and now given a second life. The garden feels warmer here, as though memory itself has taken root. This fence does not mark an ending. It offers a welcome. As the sun lowers and the day releases its final warmth, these quiet companions stand watch, reminding us that beauty often comes from what we have already loved. And with that gentle feeling, the garden rests, whole, peaceful, and full of quiet life. And that's the quiet magic of a garden fence like this. It doesn't just mark a boundary. It changes how the space feels. If one idea stayed with you, don't let it live only on the screen. Look around your home, your storage corner, your forgotten pile. Tell us in the comments which fence you would build first. And if you have your own gentle twist, share it so our Backyard Fortune community can borrow it kindly.